I'm hoping one day, eventually, the women, they main event at either Raw, SmackDown, or on a pay-per-view. That's what I would like, a title match.
You never know. It will definitely be on a SmackDown or Raw before it would ever be on a pay-per-view.
Of course.
But we can only hope, man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they get like a network show.
Well, we've talked about that numerous times. Hopefully a network show, but
even on SmackDown, the match between Becky Lynch and Natalya was really good, and then to see Alexa Bliss come out and to see Naomi return, where has she been?
Yeah.
Carmella comes back, and then, like you said, Eva Marie with that very interesting intro.
It seems like they really want to push that girl.
Well, she ain't being pushed as a face, that's for sure. Her and Roman Reigns are the most hated people in the WWE.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it seems like the WWE wants her pushed. They think that she is capable to take the ball in her court type of deal, but I just don't see it happening. There's too many other girls ahead of her that have more talent in their little finger than I think she does. She's more like I said last week, she's more of like a Divas, like when they were doing the whole Divas era, and the girls would just come out and do like a bikini competition, or let's have a pillow fight or mud wrestling type of deal. She seems to me like she fits in that era, where these girls are actually rough and tough and can take it in the ring and compete with the big boys as well.
Yeah. It's going to be the women's division, hopefully, is something to really look forward to, with more storylines, more action, and more time for these girls to gel together and to mold and sculpture that division. And I think the problem with the women's division being on both Raw and SmackDown is they don't get enough time to gel with each other. They do matches that are maybe 5-6 minutes long, and then it's over, and it's just like, you need time to get in the ring and tell a story, and it just hasn't been for them. So hopefully they're going to get this now. And I'm very excited from what I've seen from both. It looks like it's going to be good for Raw. It's going to be good for SmackDown. Raw is more established, but SmackDown, we get to see these young girls, we get to see what they're made of. Mm-hmm. We're going to see if they can hang. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be good. Bayley coming in after SummerSlam, I would wait. I could be wrong. You could be right again. But I think they're going to wait because they kind of raided the NXT women. They kind of took most of their girls out of there, and it's really just Asuka and Bayley.
Yeah, but how many more times can you have Asuka and Bayley go up against each other?
It's true. How many more times are you going to have them fight each other? But, are we going to see some new women step up to the plate?
I would think so, yeah. I mean, after they take roster spots, that is basically leaves openings for future people who want to step their game up and compete in NXT. I mean, now they've been going after a lot of indie talent, so maybe they'll bring more indie talent in for like the women. You don't know, we don't know what's going to happen. And
you can't just have Bayley leave and then it just be Asuka by herself destroying the roster. It won't work like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
unless you bring them both up, and then let the women's division.
I don't know if you would bring both of them up. I mean, I'm sure you could find other talent out there. I mean, there's girls who have left TNA that could be worthy of bringing in.
That just went through my mind.
I mean, Velvet Sky. That'd be a big name. She was
the first person that I thought of to bring up there.
Plus, she's dating Bubba Ray Dudley, so why not? I mean, he could be the bridge to bring her in. So, sky's the limit, my friend.
No pun intended. Sky is the limit. Other things going on. Battleground seemed to be the end of, the co-produced pay-per-views, because we're going to get it at SmackDown because that's one of the big four. But after that, it's kind of like the ending of many stories. And when we come back, there's a couple stories that ended, and one being the match of the night. Did anyone think that Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens was not going to steal the show, even after that Sami Zayn botch? I mean, it really stole the show. So we'll get into that. We'll get into the New Day and the Wyatt family's end to their feud. And we'll also get into the return of Randy Orton. And I thought it was a funny segment at Battleground. He said something very he low-blowed Brock Lesnar, so we'll get into that as well. This is Anthony the Antman alongside Keith Logan the Loganator. You're listening to Ringside Rumble Radio here on Spreaker.com, free on iTunes and on iHeartRadio.
Imagine a world where bullying isn't considered a normal part of childhood.
A world where I'm not afraid to go to school.
To speak out.
To be myself.
Loser.
A world where I'm not afraid to be caught alone.
Come on, punk.
We have the power to stop the bullying. Speak out.
Speak up.
Educate.
Find out what to look for and how you can make a difference at bullying.org.
Bullying is not kids being kids.
It's not about good homes or bad homes.
It's not a normal part of growing up. I shouldn't be afraid to get on the school bus.
To turn on my computer.
Message. Or walk to my locker. Did you know that a bully will stop his or her behavior in 10 seconds when their peers speak up?
Use your voice.
Hey, leave him alone.
We have the power to stop bullying.
Find out more at bullying.org.
Bullying.org.
Where you're not alone.
Where you're not alone.
Where you're not alone.
Yes. Oh, yes. It is Ringside Rumble Radio here on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and hopefully more. We're coming through you here in the studios of Ringside Rumble Radio. I am Keith the Loganator alongside the Antman.
Hey-o!
And we were talking about... Well, first things first. Remind you to follow us on Instagram. Not Instagram, Twitter. Whoa. At Ringside.
We have the Instagram that is on that's under construction at the moment.
It's under construction. At Ringside Rumble on Twitter. And like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ringside Rumble. And before we went to break, my friend, we were talking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the epic match at Battleground. I don't think this feud is far from over, though.
It will be revisited. I think they're going to take a break, but what a way, even if it was to end the feud. Boy, was that an awesome match or not.
It was fan-freaking-tastic.
Even minus that Sami Zayn botched spot that I thought he could have died doing that move.
But they finished the match, and it was great because you think he has a little bit of compassion, and then he goes back and kicks him again.
No, watching that storyline from NXT all the way through, I mean, there was even just the video package that they put together, the pure hatred that they have for each other, because they were friends growing up, and then Kevin Owens turned on him once he won the title.
Yep. Oh man. Oh, it was
so good. Speechless.
Quick thing about Kevin Owens, though. Do you know there's a new show on the network? I think it's called like Tattooed or Inked.
Superstar Inc. This is actually the second season because I watched the first season with Corey Graves, and he talked with Seth Rollins. He's talked with Roman Reigns. I think he talked to The Big Show. I'm not too sure who else, but I remember those big three being a part of it.
I didn't know that this is the second season. They seem like they're pushing it more because I saw the promo on the WWE Facebook page, but they had a clip with Graves and Kevin Owens, and he's talking about how he took his kid to school one day, and they're on the playground, and then he said the kids started noticing who he was, and they started kind of like chanting the John Cena song in his face, and then his son said, "Oh yeah, well he beat him once," and he just like silenced all the kids, and the two of them were laughing about it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh man!
So,
yeah, you got to check that out. If you don't have the WWE Network, quick plug: get the WWE Network for $9.99. You, my friend, need to check out the rest of that Superstar Inc. series because that's good. Corey Graves, man, a huge fan of him. He does the Superstar Inc. and he did a show where he went to all these different events like a Comic-Con, and he did he went to all these festivals.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty darn good shows that he's done on WWE Network. Not to mention the great job he did on Monday Night Raw in his first time being an announcer, now that we have Cole and Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, who's still there. The thing that bothers me about Byron Saxton, and is if he's going to talk, can we hear from him? Can he not just say one or two words?
He's like, I don't know about that, Cole. Oh, man, look at that move.
If that's the case, then just give me Michael Cole and Corey Graves and just end it. Mm-hmm. Just let it be the two of them. And how about them going to that new stage look where they're now in the back? I love that. That used to be when they had Vince McMahon and the Macho Man and Roddy Piper doing their commentary, and even Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. They used to be in the back. They weren't in the front. Now no more tables can be broken.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm so against the three-man commentating, though. Because, like you said, I feel like Saxton, he just says like a few words here and there. And then, excuse me.
You're right there, my friend.
And then SmackDown, I love SmackDown. I think Atunga is good.
I agree. I like it. I like Atunga with Mar Ranallo and JBL. I like it. Do you like the three of them together, or you're still not a fan of the three?
I'm not a fan of JBL. I think JBL could kind of slowly disappear and go back to the Fox Business Network and do some analysis there.
Atunga brought it. Atunga brought it on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I think the two of them, I think they steal the show, and their chemistry is great. I feel. I think it's just going to be something special. And I think it's going to make people want to watch SmackDown even more, not just because of the wrestlers, but to actually hear solid commentating as the match is going on.
Yeah, and you know what? I really do agree that two-man teams are probably best. What does really the third person contribute?
He's more like a parrot. He just repeats himself.
In the beginning, it made it sound really good. Mm-hmm. But now where you have Brian Saxton, who says one or two lines and who's either just agreeing with you or disagreeing with you, I'm not really just a fan of that. And now with Corey Graves gone from NXT, Anthony the Antman and Keith Logan are looking for a job. If you want to hire us, we can give you the gift of Ringside Rumble. Drink it in, man.
I wouldn't be a yes man, though. I wouldn't be a Saxton. I'd be like, that's great. Oh, man, why are you saying that? You're making me so mad right now.
Well, if you're going to have Saxton in there, can he bring something to the table instead of agreeing and disagreeing and being like, oh my goodness, I can't believe, Dean Ambrose came out and cashed in the Money in the Bank. Like, that's the one that really...
thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, like, it's the briefcase and you can bring it in at any time. Yes, Brian, yes, he's coming in. Jeez.
Well, I wonder how much he actually says, because I'm sure a lot of it is barked into his earpiece through either Vince McMahon or whoever right-hand man is going on over there. So,
talking about three-men teams, the New Day took on the Wyatt family, and to me it was just a throwaway match because they were breaking up the Wyatt family anyway. Mm-hmm. The Wyatt family gets the victory, but we got to see a little bit of Xavier Woods' character during the match. Leading up to the match, he's been so afraid of the Wyatt family, and to see him actually get in there and fight was a nice little change for the New Day.
It was, yeah, because it's usually Kofi and Big E usually taking on matches,
and the New Day ain't breaking up anytime soon. Just
you don't
leaving
think so?
That out there. Nope, I don't think so. And if they do break up, don't break them up, like have them turn on each other. That's the one team that I'm like, I don't want to see them turn on each other.
Like the Shield?
It's too big for them. Like, if they go their separate ways, just let them go separate ways. I don't want to see them fight each other. It's just, they're too positive, man.
It's like the Shield version 2.0 if they do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the New Day, but they have new problems on their hands as the club, or the remaining members of the club, and Gallows and Anderson are probably going to be the next in line for a tag title match. And I think it's a good way to go, good way to start off the tag team division on Raw, to have those two teams fight each other. And as we saw on Raw, the Club got the best of the New Day.
Now, do you think they add anybody